I'm Wendy Colley, physical therapist. The end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026 is a timeline shift for me because it brings to a close my leadership role in the American Physical Therapy Association as a Kentucky delegate, ending at the end of December 2025. I was privileged to serve as a Kentucky delegate representing Kentucky on the national stage in the House of Delegates from 2022 to 2025. Although I am no longer representing Kentucky as a delegate, I would like to take this opportunity to share some of my thoughts and personal experiences from my leadership role as a delegate. In 2022, I attended my first House of Delegates as a Kentucky delegate in Washington, D.C. at the Omni Shoreham Hotel. This was a wonderful place to have the House of Delegates, as it's full of history, being the center of many leadership activities in Washington, D.C. In 2022, I presented a motion at the House of Delegates in the Omni Shoreham Hotel to charge the American Physical Therapy Association Board with the task of exploring the feasibility of expanded prescriptive authority. This motion was referred to the board, who diligently began this work. The board created a task force to explore the feasibility of expanded prescriptive authority for the profession of physical therapy. The task force completed a report and reported back to the House of Delegates in 2025. The report on expanded prescriptive authority took a deep dive into many issues surrounding expanded prescriptive authority, including prescribing medications. The report looked into military prescriptive authority in the USA, which physical therapists in the military have been privileged to for 50 years, with a limited prescription set. The task force researched international prescriptive authority privileges such as supplemental prescribing, which has been practiced in the United Kingdom for 20 years by physiotherapists. Now, independent prescribing is allowed in the United Kingdom for a limited prescription set, which began in the United Kingdom 8 years after supplemental prescribing. Both practices are still used in the United Kingdom and have been successful. The United Kingdom sets a good example in global leadership for expanded prescriptive authority for physiotherapists that the USA can follow, along with examples from the US military and other countries. I believe that in the future, USA will take on a greater leadership role on the global stage with expanded prescriptive authority and will surpass those that we are now just beginning to follow. I believe that Physical Therapy USA will eventually emerge as a global leader in this area, but it will take a multifaceted approach to reach that point. The issue of expanded prescriptive authority remains a hot topic, with many passionate and polarized perspectives on the issue. At the end of the day, I believe leadership in the profession will do what's needed to advance the profession of physical therapy to improve the health of society, because that's what we are here to do, and will do this in a way that is in cooperation with other providers, not in opposition to them. I believe this is a very important direction that the profession needs to focus attention on, to move forward, because at this point in time, we are globally behind. Much of the work that I did in the House of Delegates addressed this particular issue. I believe the future of moving this issue of expanded prescriptive authority forward will be multifaceted. There are small steps, such as advocacy on the national and state level, for things like supplemental prescribing, and larger steps, such as inclusion of expanded prescriptive authority in specialty primary care training, as well as incremental modular, continuing education training that would allow all therapists to participate in areas that address specific patient needs. As we move forward in primary care, it is necessary that we take on greater responsibility with limited prescription sets based on patient needs, particularly in underserved areas, in order to be fully recognized as primary care providers. I believe physical therapy will always be the profession that considers non-pharmacological interventions first wherever possible, and will have a greater role with medication reconciliation and physical therapy for alternatives to pain management, for example. I'm grateful for the due diligence that the American Physical Therapy Board and Task Force for Expanded Prescriptive Authority demonstrated in addressing the complexity of the issues surrounding expanded prescriptive authority, which are many more than I am mentioning here. I'm excited about the future for the profession and am looking forward to the next generation of leadership to advance the profession for those we serve.